Oh, we didn't get to talk to Ricky and check up on Anton while they were still in the hotel, I'm assuming. My friend's one of the guards at Haken Gate, and let me tell you, the existence of the Empire weighs more heavily on the minds of our troops than anyone else. Ironically, I think our military men will welcome the non-aggression pact more than the rest of us. Makes sense. Oh, hello, miss. We're very sorry for the delays at Relent. I'm afraid merely launching into that fog would have been incredibly dangerous. No, we get it. Oh, hi, Estelle. Still walking around? Sorta, yeah. Oh, Tita, this is your first time in Bose, isn't it? Uh-huh. I've heard there's a really big store in Bose. I kinda wanna see it. The Bose Market, yeah. Think of it like the department store in Grand Cell, but even bigger. It's actually a bunch of different stores, all in one space. It's really busy. Wow, that sounds amazing. I hope we arrive in Bose soon. Oh, Estelle, have you been to Ravenue Village? Yup, I stopped there once on a job. That's Agate's hometown, right? Uh-huh, he has a little sister named Misha living there. Agate goes back pretty often, I think. At least once a year to say hello to her. Ah, right. Agate's little sister, huh? Must be hard for the poor girl, having such an antisocial lump for a brother. Aw. Estelle, that's not nice. Agate can be, blunt, but he's also really nice. Yeah. He is just kind of clumsy and easily embarrassed, to be honest. You know, I bet Misha's a really good person. Whenever Agate talks about her, his eyes turn so gentle. Tita, what's wrong? No, it's nothing. My heart just felt, kind of weird for a bit. I wonder why. Somebody's a bit jealous of Misha, I think. Poor Tita. Bose has a really famous restaurant in it. Oh, I know. Mommy, let's go eat there. Really, child. My daughter keeps saying she wants to eat at the Auntie Rose restaurant in Bose. Must be nice to be a child. So innocent, so unaware of prices. No. Bose has been absolutely peaceful for a while now, it seems. Even the liberal news says nothing of note's happened. That's something to be happy about, at least. Bose Market is dreamland for anyone who likes to shop. I've heard even the manager of the Adel department store is a fan of the Bose Market. Ah, Estelle, at last we return to Bose, the land laden with memories of our first meeting. Makes my heart swell to return to a place of such sweet nostalgia. Shocking as it may be, I kinda have to agree on the heart-swelling memories bit. Although, as I remember it, you were kind of rude back then. You said I wasn't attractive and made fun of me like a schoolboy. You misunderstand me, my fair Rose. I would only display such cute, bashful behavior in order to hide feelings of love unabated. Yeah, I'll bet that's it exactly. You sure didn't waste any time putting the moves on Shara, as I remember. Or Joshua. Well, putting that aside. As you stand now, your beauty is incomparable to what it was then. Yours is a supple, healthy beauty with a maiden's gentle virtue. Indeed, you have grown, Estelle. Oh, thank you. Though when you put it that way, it's kind of embarrassing. Please don't say it like that again. There is no shame to be had in virtue, Estelle. Still, you have but only begun to climb the ladder of adulthood. Should you wish to ascend even higher, I would be more than happy to assist you. No, thank you. If I was ever in a position to ask anyone about that sort of thing, I'd be a million times better off asking Shara. Ah, a pity, the things I could teach. Though Shara would be the one too. Ah, I'll remind you that I have a very large stick that is going to go somewhere very unpleasant. Oh yeah. Olivia, you were put to sleep there too. Did you dream like I did? Ah, I suppose I did. Yes, Huh? Is something wrong, Olivier? Well, I was simply thinking that it was a shame. For you see, in my dreams, I was in the company of peerless, beautiful maidens, betwixt shapes verily blessed by Adios. If you had not awoken me, Estelle, I could have done this and that, and... Perhaps fate has willfully stirred me at your arrival. Well, Would you care to discover that which only can be conceived in dreams? Remember what I said about my stick? I can always put you to sleep with it. Forever. No, I'm sorry. For the love of... Still, Olivier's eyes were so... sad for a moment. What did he dream of? Ah, you needn't make such a face, my sweet. Huh? In truth, it was nothing special, simply a memory of my boyhood. Dear Mueller showed up in it, for example. I see. Then why the heck couldn't you just mention that from the start, you perv? Now, anger unbecomes you, Lady Estelle. Speaking of Bose, I remember that lovely mayor and her handmaiden with a cool gaze. Ah, I thrilled at the thought of meeting them again. Alright, Olivier. You keep doing you. Hello, Estelle. Hi, Shira. So this is where you went. Oh wait, do you want to be alone for a bit? Oh, this is unlike you, Estelle. Why so reserved? You want to ask about Luciola, right? Yeah. She says we met a long time ago, but I don't really remember her at all. I was wondering what she's like, and if you could jog my memory. Let's see, where to begin then? We have to begin with her stage name, I suppose. Luciola, the Bewitching Belle. She could show her audience illusions by dancing while using bells and fans, thus bewitching them, you see. Hers was the centerpiece performance of our little circus troupe, the one that really brought the audiences in. Illusions. Does she use an ornament to make them? No, she used something she always called illusion magic, which is apparently some kind of very old, non-orbal art. Luciola was from a family with a tradition of working that art. Was? People who fall in with a traveling circus like ours tend to be one of two kinds. People who had cause to abandon their previous home and families, or people who never had such things to begin with. Luciola was one of the former, and I was the latter. Oh, Shira. I was about 7 years old when Mr. Harvey and his band took me in. Back then, I was little more than a street urchin living in the slums of a city. Pickpocketing, petty theft, there was little I wouldn't do to try to survive. The ones who reached out a hand to me were the troupe's leader, Mr. Harvey, and Luciola. They taught me, the little girl who couldn't trust anyone, the warmth of a family. Aww. And they taught me all sorts of skills that would let me earn a place for myself in the troupe. Dancing, beast handling, tarot reading. Luciola taught me all of it. But then, 8 years ago, Mr. Harvey died in an accident. Without his leadership, we all just drifted apart and went our own ways. I'd been planning on staying with Luciola, but soon after Mr. Harvey died, she simply told me, there's something I must do, and vanished. Hopeless and lost for the first time in years, I turned to the one remaining man in the world whom I still trusted. As you might suspect, that was Cassius, who'd already begun working as a bracer. You know the rest, I imagine. So that's what happened. I had no idea you'd gone through something like that. The reason I aimed to become a bracer at first was to improve myself. I wanted to be able to live and prosper on my own, show Luciola just how far I'd come once she returned. But, well, it's been 8 years. Perhaps that was enough time to re-examine my reasons. Shira. Aw, don't make that face. Like Zin said, I don't intend to simply fight her without saying a word. I want to hear Luciola's story from her before doing anything. I have to know what possible reason could have made her associate with the society. Yeah, that sounds good. I've got your back, Shira. I'll do anything I can to help. I know I can always count on you. Still, you've grown quite a bit, haven't you, Estelle? What? That's kinda sudden. I always thought of you as being exactly what I expect of Cassius's daughter. I don't think that's quite right, or fair anymore, though. What do you mean? Your strength isn't quite the same as Cassius's. Cassius has a heart as deep as the ocean and strength like a relentless wave. But you, Estelle, your strength is like the sun. You shine and make others shine just by being near them. What? My Estelle, you shine like the sun. I think that's why people are attracted to you so easily. It's what I like the most about you, and I know Joshua felt the same way. I don't think you need to feel any pressure to live up to Cassius, is my point. Yeah. You really are my big sister, Shara. You always know how to encourage me. Thanks. You're very welcome. I'm not saying you should return the favor, mind, but you should really drink with me sometime. Now that you're a full bracer, you'd better learn to handle your liquor. How is booze related to... You know what? Never mind. I don't want to know. I'll be back in my seat once I've enjoyed the wind a little more. Make sure you're all buckled in before we land, Estelle. Oh, Shara. Poor Shara. Hey, is something wrong, Agate? It's nothing. You still wandering around the ship? Yeah, basically. Oh, you're from Ravenou in the Bose region, right? This'll be your first time back home in a while then. No. Was there just a bit ago chasing down the intelligence division guys? Hey, wait a second. Why are you assuming I'm going back home? Aw, don't be embarrassed, you big teddy bear. You've got a little sister back in Ravenou, right? You mentioned her once. You must be the biggest softie when it comes to her, huh? Hey. Oh yeah, where the heck in Ravenou is your house, anyway? I don't remember meeting any girl who stood out as Agate's little sister when we were there investigating the Sky Bandits. There was a girl with Louis, but no, too young. And I figure your little sister's gotta have your hair. I'll introduce you to Misha soon. Assuming we have some reason to visit, anyway. Yeah, please do. And in that case, we'll have to bring Tita along too. Why would we do that? Tita's kind of attached to you, in case you hadn't noticed. She'd be pretty let down if you didn't introduce her to your sister, you know? Oh, I get it. You don't want Misha and Tita to meet, What? Now I get it. They might get together and get in lots of trouble like Tita did with Ren, or they might get jealous of each other. Being an older brother must be hard work. Oh, that's what you meant. Huh? Well, don't worry, I'll clean up any mess that happens. I've gotten pretty good at Tita herding. Tita herding? So you just go ahead and introduce those two, crazy kids, and I'll make sure nothing blows up. Yeah, thanks. I'll be counting on you for that. Let me just say this, I'm only heading back to Ravenou once we've settled with the job. Don't think you're just gonna drag me out there or something. Oh, you jerk face. That's what he thinks. I mean, I guess a lot less of a grump now than he was when we first met, so... My apologies for the late departure from port. Still, I've been a captain for years, and I've never seen fog that thick. Even the lights at full beam couldn't burn through it. Flying in that would have been impossible, even for me. Helm, you're going a bit too far northwest. We don't want to get too close to the mountainside. I want to avoid turbulence if we can. Yes, sir, understood. Correcting course to south. Hi, ma'am. You've been riding a lot lately. That fog in Relent was totally a kick, wasn't it? I took the chance to get out and enjoy some nature when we were docked. Oh, you're the guy in the trees. We see. Seems like the non-aggression pact was signed with no delays. I hope it leads to harmony between Liberl and its neighbors. Apparently, there's some very nice lodging at the edge of Valyria Lake. It's very popular with fishermen, I've heard. Ah, hello, miss. Thank you for your patronage. To your right, currently, you can view Nebel Valley. The fog around Relent has cleared, but that area remains foggy year-round. Estelle, out for a walk again. More or less. More importantly, I'm sorry. I didn't really open up about Joshua until the very end. Don't worry. Still, that girl with Joshua is one of the Sky Bandits, isn't she? Yeah, she's a cheeky, insulting little punk by the name of Josette Capua. She's also the single biggest tomboy I've ever laid eyes on, and people call me a tomboy sometimes. I see. She does, seem a bit charming from the photograph. She could be pretty cute if she keeps her mouth shut. And she did manage to play a perfect upper-crust girl when we first met her, too. I'm sorry? I see. That is impressively dexterous, if I may say so. Well, it does make sense, since she's apparently former Erebonian nobility. Putting on a face like that is her specialty, I think. Peel away the layers, though, and like I said, at the core, she's a cheeky, classless little punk. Still, from what I've heard, I can't really find cause to hate her. I suspect that if we found a chance to talk, we might have quite a lot in common. Yeah, I can't see that happening. We'd slide off each other like oil and water. Our personalities wouldn't fit together, trust me. Maybe. Oh, Chloe, you were put to sleep with us back there. Did you have some kind of dream? I did. It was during the 100 Days War. During the war? Oh, I see. That's when you were with Matron Teresa. Yes, I was in the care of Matron Teresa during the fighting. We lived together for some time. And, what's wrong? It's just that, even though it was set 10 years ago, Clem and Jill both showed up. If I had stayed in the dream long enough, perhaps even you and Joshua might have appeared. Ah, that's a dream for you. Coherence not guaranteed. Very. Still, in hindsight, it was a little frightening. Huh? In the dream, I was happy. Very, very happy. I wanted everything to stay that way from the bottom of my heart. But that isn't right, is it? Simply wishing to escape reality in that way. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's always nice to have a happy dream, sure. But yeah, if you asked if I wanted to see that dream again, I'd be a little hesitant. Yes, the dangers of the gospel. I feel like we've gotten a real hint of them. It's been ages since I've been to Bose, come to think of it. I think the last time was when Jill took me on a little shopping spree at the Bose market. My, that fog was terrible. And then it just dissipated in an instant. I've never seen such strange fog in all my days. Oh, Estelle, good work this time. You're really growing as a bracer. I'm still kind of a newbie, I think. Like, I'm not even remotely as good with a staff as Dad. Well, I don't think you should worry about Master Cassius much. An S-rank bracer is a master of their profession to a degree that they attain the unity of purpose all martial artists seek, after all. To be honest, I don't think I could attain such enlightenment, even if I spent my whole life trying. I see. I gotta admit, it's kind of hard for me to understand how incredible my dad is, but... Actually, Zin, you mentioned the whole unity of purpose idea to Chloe back at the castle. What exactly does that mean? Well, I did. It's kinda tough to explain, to be honest. Well, here goes. Master Cassius was once such a transcendent master of the sword, he was given the title of Divine Blade. Today, though, he can wield staff just as easily as the sword he spent his life training with. Why do you think that is? He practiced really hard? That's part of it, sure. But more than that, it is because he could instantly understand and relate the nature of staff combat to his previous experience. Something beyond what we call skill, above practicing forms and reflexes, above muscle memory. Think of it as a mental state where one can grasp the true nature of all things and control them at will. That whole concept is what we refer to as unity of purpose. The true nature of all things, huh? His plan to push back the Imperial Army during your war was the same, I bet. He understood the nature of war, of combat, so intrinsically, so instinctively, that he was able to construct the plan he did. There would be no one more fearsome as a foe. I get it, I think. But that means that even my supposedly enlightened dad was beaten in some ways by the society. During the coup, he was lured out of the country, for starters. Yeah, they almost certainly possess someone equal to Master Cassius. It's hard to know if it's whoever Louve is, or this professor, though. Could it be the guy we know as Lawrence? He was pretty powerful. I don't know. He is skilled, sure, but I doubt he could match up to Master Cassius. Besides, his chi, his soul, they did not have unity of purpose, not in the way I have spoken of. He is a blade, sharpened in one specific way by the coldest frost, tempered to perfection, untouched by anyone. That is the sense I got of him in the arena, at least. Yeah, I get what you mean. He hasn't shown himself, but I figure he's got to be up to something. He did seem to have some kind of fixation on Joshua. It wouldn't surprise me if they know each other from Joshua's days in the society. Between him, me, and Sherazard, we've all got some strange ties in our past to this group. I wonder if this is the guidance of she who dwells above. Up next is Bose, the closest area to the Empire in Liberal, huh? I'd like to get a look at the famous Hakken Gate sometime if we can. Sure, we'll take you sightseeing. Thank you for flying with us today. Anton and Ricky weren't on the flight. Everyone, hello! Good work out there in Roland. The Silver Streak, the Heavy Blade, the Immovable, and our Rising Star Rookie all together. Brings a tear to my eye, it does. Rising Star Rookie. You, of course. You're our little walking miracle who's managed to stop the society in 4 different regions. That's been the gossip anyway. You've got to be kidding. Saying I stopped anything is overstating it more than a little. They just ran off once their experiments were done. You did handle yourself well in the Relent case, Estelle. Don't sell yourself too short. I think you can be a little bit proud. Yeah, but that was just a bunch of coincidences coming together and... No need to be so embarrassed. You just need to live up to your reputation is all. Yeah, thanks then. You make that sound like a cakewalk. I mean, everything is a piece of cake to Estelle, so... Anyway, all that aside, what's the situation like here in Bose? There's been no sign of the society whatsoever. No surprise, I suppose. Since the Sky Bandits were caught, the army's been patrolling the region pretty heavily. One thing sticks out, though. There have been a few too many dangerous monsters prowling around here these days. Really? Really. You know, I noticed that the last time I was here. Bose seems to usually have more wanted monsters than other regions. Why is that? Most of it comes down to Bose being huge and filled with rough terrain. Makes it common to see monsters come down from the less inhabited areas. Thing is though, we've had 10 cases just since the beginning of the month. 10? That is a lot. I'm guessing that's kept Sting and the rest of the crew busy. Yes, and Kurt's team stopped by the other day to slay several of them. Be in your debt if you could take care of a few of them for us as well. That strikes me as a good course of action. It's possible the society is involved with this. Yeah, and they could hurt someone if we just leave them alone, so we should get out there and take them down. Huh? Agate, what's wrong? Yeah, what's up? You're really quiet. Nah, it's nothing. Anyway, let's get out there and bring back some monster heads. Pardon me. Oh, it's the mayor. Mayor Maybell and Lila. Good day. Estelle, it's so good to see you again. I am glad to see you are well. Wow, it's seriously been forever. I think we last met at the Queen's birthday celebrations, right? Yes, it feels as though it's been ages. I've been hearing all about your exploits in the news though, Estelle. That goes for everyone else as well. I'm glad to see you all safe. Especially you, Chloe. Are you on school break already? I, ended up taking a little time off early. It's good to see you again, Maybell. Huh, you two seem, pretty familiar. Well, Maybell used to be a student at the academy. We met before she graduated. And I'm certainly glad we met too. I see. And Agate Krosner. It's been some time, sir. Suppose so. Hang on, Agate, Mayor Maybell, you know each other? Oh my, yes. I've relied on Mr. Krosner a number of times for various jobs only he could do. And 10 years ago... Hey, Mayor. I forgot myself. Pardon me. Regardless, I simply wish to stop by today to welcome you back. From the sound of things, you're pursuing an international criminal syndicate, which threatens the safety of the entire country. An international criminal syndicate. Sometimes they feel more like a society of supervillains, but that's one way to think of them, yes. So far as the city of Bose is concerned, the threat these criminals pose is not someone else's problem, it's everyone's. If I can do anything to assist you in your investigation, anything at all, you only need to ask. Thanks, if we need help, we'll definitely ask. Well, We'll be expecting a lot from you, Mayor. Excellent. Now, I'm afraid I must excuse myself here. Should anything come up, please come visit me at my residence. Pardon us. Come on, Agate. Couldn't you have been a little more civil? It's who I am. We ain't running a butler service here. Give me a break. Agate can be kind of arrogant to people sometimes. He's usually polite towards clients, though. You were kind of short with the mayor, Agate. You're imagining things. More to the point, I remember talking about us bringing back some monster heads. Lugrin, give us the breakdown. Right, we have 3 cases outstanding. First, there's a Blade Fang stalking around in the Crone Pass. We've also got a Ghost Epitaph in the Nebel Valley. And finally, an Octobone raising hell at the Amberl Tower. Okay, got those written down. Alright, monster slaying's the perfect task for my greatsword. I'll be taking charge this time around. Huh? Well, you are a Bose native, my good heavy blade. You're probably the best suited out of all of us. I have no objections. Decided then. Go ahead and pick us a team, Estelle. You're being suspiciously gung-ho about this, you know. Okay.
You're right, please.
And then either Shara or Chloe? We'll go with
This
Shara.
ought to perk you up.
Olivia can heal, it's fine. Okay, so, if we're going all over the region to find these wanted monsters, since we're out, why don't we stop at Ravenue Village? Pretty sure I made this clear on the flight over. We'll visit Ravenue after we're done with work here in Bose. You unfeeling clod. Agate has the right of it, I think. Or would you want to go and leave our Tita behind? Oh, right, gotta bring Tita. Do you have to agree just because of that? Oh, I mean, I guess we could replace Shara with Tita? Maybe? Is it gonna prevent us from going to Ravenue if we don't bring Tita? Also, Agate is from Bose, but like, he somehow ended up running away to Ruan and join up with a gang with the Ravens there. Is that what happened? Or maybe they're just saying that, like, I don't know. I mean, we'll put Tito on the team anyway.
You're right, please.
It's fine. Wait, have we been up here? Let's take a look at our guild requests. Strong direct attacks, okay. Cold attacks, alright. Split when attacked. Be careful it doesn't split too much. Question, when it splits, like into 2, do we get double the experience? Or is it just harder to kill, but same amount of experience? Cause... Ooh, the Imperial Embassy. Ambassador Koenig's medal has been stolen. Oh, no. No. Blue Blanc. Why? Okay. Because we were so looking forward to seeing you again so soon. Alright, young lady has gone missing. Please find her immediately. Come to Reina at the Anterose. Who is Reina? Is this the mayor? The young lady? Oh, another one of these? I guess we'll do the missing person case first, since it is the only short term. Oh, okay. It's not the mayor. It's Chloe's classmate. All right. Okay. Buy some time, somehow. Stall them. I've already taken action on my end. Excuse me. What is it? My time is. Oh, wait, you're. Huh? Hey, you're Reina, right? You know each other. Yeah, she's a student at the Royal Academy. But what are you doing here, Reina? It's quite a long story. I assume you saw our posting. Well, yeah, that's why we're here. I would like for you to handle this mission as quickly as possible. Will you accept it, right now? Sounds pretty urgent. Let's get to it. You accept then? Oh, thank you. I will explain the situation to the bracers. You go deal with the rest of them. As you wish, miss. Please take care of our mistress. Oh, didn't she have a date here or something? Yes? Who was that exactly? I feel like I've missed something. A servant of the house, like me. We are both charged with caring for the mistress. Charged with, yes, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me explain what's happened from the beginning. Please. She probably ran away from her date. Right then, Estelle, you remember Felicity, yes? Felicity? Yeah, actually. Think I'd know her if I saw her. Yeah, another student, I'm guessing. Correct. If nothing else, you can identify her by her uniform. It is the same as mine. So what's Felicity done exactly? She ran away. Huh? As I said, she ran away. Specifically from here at the Antirose. She ran away from the restaurant. Why would she need to do that? I believe I understand what happened. It's what you might call a dine and dash, no? This is how we met Olivier. The second time? Although I think with him it was more dine and pass out than, dine and dash, but still. That's what you do, you glutton. Why did she flee? I would like to ask her that myself. After all, today is a most auspicious day for our mistress. And what's that supposed to mean? Take a look over there by the corner. Hang on, that's the son of a certain Erebonian noble, yes. He has traveled far into what most Erebonians considered a barbarian hinterland for a wedding conference with our mistress. Oh, okay, I see. A wedding? You mean like an arranged marriage? Felicity has to marry him. Student she may be, but the mistress is 16. I hope it is a long, long engagement. As the daughter of a noble house of the Erebonian Empire, it is shameful for her to have no proposals. Now, just a freaking second. There are kinda more important things than your family's high and mighty honor or whatever. Have you considered what she thinks? This proposal comes from a person of notable lineage and personal status. If my Lady Felicity meets him, I'm sure she will find him compatible. That's so not the problem here. Man, I can kinda see why she fled at this point. Fleeing from an undesired proposal, desperately seeking free love. The subject of 100 romantic epics in Erebonia. It reminds me of my own youth. Let me guess, you just tried to shove off a proposal on some older woman to get out of it all. Oh, how did you know? Whatever, it's a pain in the butt no matter what. Man, I hate getting wrapped up in stuff like this. I mean, you're the one who wanted to come along, dude. We would have been happy with Shara. You are, of course, entitled to your own opinions. I will refrain from voicing my objections. What matters now is not a debate over the merits of free love, but bringing back Mistress Felicity. Yeah, moral debates aside, her being out on her own, out of contact with everyone, isn't helping anybody, least of all her. Any idea where she would have gone to? Felicity's personality is such that she tends to go off as far as she can once she has committed to something. I suspect she has gone quite some way at this point. Quite some way, huh? Other side of the city, maybe. She wouldn't go onto the roads. Quite the opposite, in fact. We know she is nowhere in town. In other words, she has taken to the roads by default, on foot. What? But that's really dangerous right now with the monsters the way they are. Ergo, my request. Do you understand now how severe the situation is? Darn, say that first instead of distracting us with this wedding stuff. Any idea where this girl went? I'd take a vague direction at this point. The mistress said again and again she was returning to the academy. Beyond that, I fear I cannot help you. The academy, so towards Ruan. That'd be to the west from here. Yeah, we should check the road to Ruan first. It's a plan. Okay, Reina, I still don't really like this, but we'll go find her. Anything else before we go? Yes, Given everything, may I ask you to convey a message to her? Sure, what's up? If you would. Tell her, you're such a coward. That is all. What? You're really sure you want us to deliver that? I am sure. Call it a calculated action. Fine, whatever. Let's just get this done. Yeah, fine. We're off then. Good luck to you then. Do your best, everyone. If you find yourself in difficulty, then please recall that advice about the young mistress. Welcome to the Anti-Rose. Our restaurant has long been lauded for selecting only the most superlative ingredients to complement a marvelous dining experience. But seeing is believing. By all means, I more than welcome you to come and taste the best that Liberalian cuisine has to offer. Are we sure she went out onto the roads though? I feel like, I don't know, wasn't she looking forward to like touristy things and like marketplace, going to the marketplace and shopping? Sorry, but I can't accept the price you're asking. Distribution's just dandy right now, so you should have plenty in stock, shouldn't you? What do you think of this price? Sound like a fair deal. I think you'll find our prices are a steal compared to the other vendors. This new pottage is positively divine. Looks like a type of soup, maybe? The food here never ceases to keep me on my toes. I'm always eager to try their latest dishes. My companion has yet to appear. Perhaps she saw I was dressed in casual clothes and was angered. Though it was a proposal from her. It's true, it's ill-suited to the occasion. Young master, there is no failing on our part in this matter. It was the proposal of your companion to dress in casual wear, after all. The young lady is currently applying her cosmetics. She will arrive shortly, so we ask for your patience for just a short time longer. 5 hours later. By all appearances, the man at that table is from the Empire. I know a non-aggression pact was signed, and there's not as much tension hovering in the background as there used to be. Still, I can't help but feel uncomfortable about the whole thing. I finally put a dish that Gwen thought up on the menu. It's so different compared to our usual stuff. She really brings out her own personal style with every dish she cooks. To constantly surprise and delight your guests, a fluid menu is best. To be a top-class chef, you must also have the power to innovate outside of your culinary comfort zone. I'm the sommelier at this restaurant. I know most people think of wine when you say sommelier, but I handle all kinds of liquors. The manager and I have been talking, and we're even thinking of getting some sake from the eastern lands. It's got a flavor as rich as any wine. I have a hunch that it'll work better with lighter dishes than wine too. Okay, sure. Yes, what is it? Yeah, hi. We saw your posting on the guild board. You're Gwen, right? That's correct. Yes? Oh, wait, I know you. Aren't you the ones who got ingredients for us a while back? Did we? Yep, that's us. Hello, it would seem our fates are intertwined. Shall we get down to the details? Sure. So this is a job to collect ingredients, right? That's right. I need some rare ingredients for research into new frontiers of cooking. And I'm going to need you to go gather them. It isn't terribly urgent, so feel free to hold off until you have more time. Alright then. I think we could use some advice on collecting this stuff. Some of the ingredients on the list are pretty rare. Yeah, that's a good point. Juicy bones, for example, are kinda hard to get. At least the ones you want, intact. The most difficult ones will be juicy bones and curative horns. The lucky fangs will be a bit easier, I think. Is this all available in the Bose region? Yes, the monsters around here should drop them in reasonable quantities. You can get good bones in Nebel Valley, I believe. Horns are at their toughest north of Ravenue. And you can find fanged monsters in the Chrome Pass. That's kind of spread out. This is gonna involve a lot of walking. Well, that's the idea. Better you than us, right? Or better us than you. This very difficulty is why I need assistance. You do have a point there. Once you have all the ingredients, bring them here. I'd like to receive them all at once. If you bring them piecemeal, I'll just send you right back out to get the rest. So just deliver it all in one go. Honestly, I think that's easier on us anyway. I doubt we plan on eating them either, no? Though we should take care not to inadvertently mix them in any recipes we make ere our return. Yeah, do you have any other questions? If not, I must get back to work. Let's see, we have the locations we need, instructions on delivery method. Nope, I think we're all set. Good luck then. I'll be waiting here. A dish I made is finally on the menu. I'm super happy, but it's really all thanks to the head chef staying late to help me test out my ideas. I won't be satisfied until I can create a dish all on my own. No siree. That's exactly why I'm going to start experimenting with my next new dish right away. But if the ingredients are so hard to get, how are you gonna get a steady supply of them? You know? Oh, you're new. We had a reservation put in by a guest from the Empire a while back, and he'll be coming in later today. You would not believe what he's here for. Get this, it's a meeting for an arranged marriage. Makes me wonder if he's meeting someone from Liberal. What to buy today? Sometimes it feels like the world's so dull, shopping is my only pleasure. I'm looking for a new side job. Ideally, I'd like to get as good a wage as I can. That means the market's probably the best option. I actually went to the Antarose a little while ago, and everything was so delicious. Just the idea of tasting it again gets me through the workday. Makes sense. I'm going to get back to work at the market shortly, but right now I'm praying here to ask for success in business. But that sister's been glaring over at me for a while now. She seems astoundingly unwelcoming. Did I do something wrong? Probably praying for success in business. The person over there, praying. He came to petition the goddess for success in business. Does he not think it is rude to offer up such crude prayers? The city of merchants, Bose, has taken great care to protect its business for many generations. And the market here is easily the greatest example of that nurturing care. After all, anyone who can get permission can start a shop of their own. Ho ho, I understand why so many entrepreneurial spirits come to this land. Sure. No Kevin. How unfortunate. Hey. Oh, you were in Minoria last, right? So you're in Bose now. Yes, I'm coming to the end of a long road. My ultimate goal is to secure a deal with the Antarose. The first step is going to be selling some of my ingredients in the market. I kind of feel like I missed something again. So your goal is to sell stuff to the Antarose restaurant, but first you're going to sell in the market. Why? If I could, I'd love to approach them directly. But they won't deal with anyone who lacks an introduction from another more trusted source. Given how famous they are, it's only natural they'd be cautious. Yeah, guess that's the Antarose for you. They can be kind of snooty. So you're working in Bose at the moment, I take it. Yeah, some stuff happened. Speaking of stuff though, we actually have a job from the Antarose now that I think about it. Yeah, we're collecting some ingredients for them ourselves. What? Collecting ingredients? And for the Antarose itself? Yeah, it's been kind of a pain in the butt. They're looking for some really weird stuff. How interesting. What ingredients do you need out of pure academic curiosity? One sec, I've got the list in my notebook. Is that really all? I carry this much with me on a daily basis. What? Seriously? Well, how utterly convenient. Beloved companions, why not enlist the good Mr. Orvid's aid? I would ask it of you before you ask me. This is perfect for both of us. I'll be happy to provide you with the ingredients if you'll introduce me to the manager of the Antarose. Alright, we can totally do that. It's a deal then. That's not how I expected that quest to go, but okay. Oh my, yes, the quality is just fine. Let me take those right now then. Gwen received Orvid's Juicy Bones, Curative Horns, and Lucky Fangs. Phew, that's a big help. That takes care of all the hardest to find ingredients all at once. Indeed it does. The remainder will have to fall to you though. No problem, we can handle the rest. Even so. Mr. Orvid, I must say I'm impressed with your store of ingredients. Ha, but of course! I specialize in the handling of the finest ingredients on the continent. My selection certainly isn't what you'll find at the corner market. Should you require anything else, please contact me anytime. I'm sure I will. I'd like to introduce you to the head chef, but he's busy at the moment. Do you have a little time to wait, perhaps? Of course, I'll be happy to wait as long as it takes. Let me go find a seat. Oh, we were expecting him to like sit down on that stool right there. The rest of the ingredients should be very simple to get. Good luck with the rest of it, everyone. Do we have them? Probably not. Oh, do you have the ingredients? Yeah, take a look. Unfortunately, they're not all here. Wait, they're not? Most assuredly not. Please take another look at the list. Alright. Well, we'll be back again. But we don't like lists. We don't like taking a look at the list. As soon as the head chef has time, I intend to bring my offer to him. He's quite the busy one, it seems, as expected of a first-class chef. Wasn't he, like, stolen from the Empire as well, or something? That's the church. We were already... Oh, no, we didn't want to do that. The Bose market is one of the centers of Liberal's economy. After all, the market's merchants even sell goods to the Empire. With the non-aggression pact signed, cross-border trade must be booming. Bose's future looks as bright as the sun does this morning. Okay. Welcome to our humble home, Bracers. Allow me to thank you for your previous efforts. I know the mistress appreciates them. Mayor Maybelle is in the study on the second floor. She's quite busy, as always. Please do not distract her for very long. Now then, time to prepare some tea. We have to make sure the mayor rests sometimes, after all. Mayor Maybelle has a bad habit of letting her work take over her life. That's why we make her tea sometimes, and make her take a break. That's nice. Bracers, hello. Miss Maybelle is in her study next door. If you have business with her, you may find her there. Please do not disturb her if you do not. Maybe we just want to chat. Hello, everyone. Already on business, I take it. Uh-huh, we just wanted to let you know what we were doing. We're going to start by helping with the wanted monsters. That's just what we're doing for now, mind. No, trust me, the city of Bose and I thank you for your service. There have been so many of them as of late. They've really been wreaking havoc. So they're causing you trouble too? Yes, ensuring the roads are safe and passable is vital to keeping the city alive. I know it seems like a simple mission, but its completion means more to the city than you may think. We're all counting on you to defeat those monsters. Leave it to us.